Last Dance, or Venom 3, came out this year in 2024. Now, this is basically a road trip movie with Venom and Eddie because the whole military is coming after them. They have Noel coming after them, and that is basically this whole movie. But here's the thing about it, though. This movie tries to make Venom more than it needs to be, that being sentimental. This movie makes it way more than it needs to be with just bloated exposition. Because whenever you cut to something that could be interesting, ideas that could be good, it just destroys itself because it makes it into this boring exposition-y, this bloated exposition that works in no way. But when the movie doesn't try to make it more than it needs to be, and it just makes it an action-packed movie with Eddie and Venom just ripping symbiotes apart, ripping people apart, and anything that gets in their way, that's when the movie is really, really good. For example, when they're fighting the creatures that Noel sent, those sequences are so cool. They're the best scenes in the movie, possibly the best scenes in the trilogy, because the idea of these creatures that Noel sent are so cool, because once they eat something, the blood just goes spewing out the back of their head, and they're basically invincible. So the way they defeat them at the end of the movie, when they're just fighting all the symbiotes, is just batshit crazy, and it's just so much fun to watch. You're just kind of turning your mind off, and I'm like, this is what a Venom movie should be. That's when it works. It works when it takes the action, and that's what it focuses on. It does not work when it tries to make a complex story, but then just uses that and creates bloated exposition that nobody cares about. None of this actually matters in the story because you're just here to watch Venom fight. But no, since it's the third film, they try to make Venom more than it needs to be, which massively hurts the film. But like I said previously, when there is action, that is when the movie works. When they try to make it a complex story, that is when it does not. But still, do not get confused, this is a road trip movie. So they are in different places basically all the time. Like at the beginning, they're in Mexico, where the end of Spider-Man No Way Home took place, which they could just completely retcon, by the way. They just completely throw out that scene like it never happened. Just saying. But like, they're in Mexico, and then they're in the desert, and then they're in Vegas, and then they're at Area 51. I mean, it is a road trip movie. They're in different places the whole time, and basically you know when they're about to move to a different place because you get a really cool action sequence before they move to another location. It's basically just a bunch of action sequences with this creature that Noel sends, and then they move to a different place, and then it's basically in that loop, and every now and then they'll cut to just exposition, which is just Area 51. And the ending sequence at Area 51 with all the symbiotes and the creature that Noel sends, that is when the movie is super, super cool. That's probably like the peak of this movie. Because that sequence is just what you want out of the Venom movie, which is just pure awesomeness. But you know what isn't very awesome? Noel. It's actually kind of sad. But still, I don't think this is as bad as people say it is. I thought it was good. If you just turn your mind off, don't think about it too hard. And dang, this movie could have been cut way shorter than it was. But hey, it was only like 105 minutes, so it really wasn't bad. Yeah, so yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video or any other content, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.